Hello, everyone. Today is a very, very exciting day. It is the international launch of our new book, Courage and Confidence. I'm here with Karen, and we're very, very excited. Yay! It's a big day because
we are happy dancing, aren't we?
Yeah, something amazing happened. Karen, do you want to tell us what it was?
Absolutely. I get to share the good news. We are all best-selling co-authors now. Woohoo! I love it. I love it. It happened before we even woke up this morning.
I know, that was the best news to wake up to, that this book is now a #1 bestseller, and all of our authors have been able to achieve that state. So it's super, super exciting and amazing, because now people can order our book from anywhere in the world, can't they?
Yes, we have a really good link that has all of the links where you can buy. If you're in the UK, the US, if you're anywhere in the world, you can grab a copy. Some people like Barnes and Noble in the US because they do free shipping at the minute, and Amazon Prime's always amazing as well. And then of course the women, your website and our website, there's no excuse, guys. And we've got it on Kindle, and it's coming in audiobook. There we go. You're not going to get rid of it.
It's just so exciting and amazing that these stories are going out around the world.
It's been the best project, hasn't it, Katie?
It's been amazing. Yeah, it's been the best so project. Good. So good. So much energy and excitement around this book, and the stories are just incredible that the women have shared. So I'm so proud of this one.
It's just, and I just want to show everyone who doesn't know and who's watching, if you see behind Katie the 3 books, they're just phenomenal. And I believe there's over 80 stories in those 3 books that will change your life. They will ignite something within you. They will shift you. You just take the time to get to know that each story in there. It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, today we're
going to get to know some of them today, aren't we?
We are. Yes, we're going to get to celebrate with some of the authors. So let's bring on our first author. Who have we got?
We've got Bianca coming, do we?
Bianca, yes.
Yay! Hello.
No.
Here I am. Here's what I prepared earlier. So
Bianca,
exciting.
How does it feel to be a best-selling author?
Mind-blowing, especially to have all of our messages reaching around the world. I think that's the exciting part, because we're from such diverse backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, the type of work that we do, and so having our voices appearing around the world is just phenomenal. And thank you so much to all the hard work you've done, and for Peace and Katie, everyone, and the amazing authors, co-authors. Fantastic.
Peace and Katie make it easy for me to do my job, because they bring such amazing energy. They bring the best authors as well. So it's like, I just get the joy of bringing it out into the world. So it's amazing. And can you, for anyone who doesn't know you, Bianca, can you share a little bit about yourself, an intro?
Sure. So I'm Bianca, obviously. I'm a Buddy-Mine Ukrainian woman. I live in Australia, and I operate an international Indigenous social enterprise called Warrada Holistic Wellness. And so what we're looking at is how, not just mental health, but how wellness in general, we look at it from above and see how everything interconnects. And so for me, it's really important that First Nations voices, the voices of our women, are actually launched on that international stage, because the way we do business is very different to how non-Indigenous women do business. So that's why it was really important to be part of this.
It is such important work that you're doing, and by being part of this project, you're reaching more people. You're getting your story out there so we can connect and bring people back, and that's what it's all about, really, isn't it? Stories, reaching the people who need to ignite something within them, or bring them back to where they need to be, because the world is so open now, and in communities, that's what happens.
And then I think also, you know, what I was trying to do through this chapter is for people to be curious about how they can implement things like reciprocity, not just in a Western sense, but in a First Nation sense. So thinking about all our ancestors standing with us, what we bring to everything that we do is not just this person that we see in front of us. And I think that's the really important thing. If people can be curious about, wow, I haven't thought about how I could consider that in my business, and what changes would that bring in the way, in my passion, in the way I offer my services, all of that kind of thing. So yeah, that's why it was really, really important. And also for me, it was really important that my language, Buddy Maya, was in here, because it's an endangered language, and to see it written there on text and around the world is just brings so much joy.
You're leaving a legacy, really, aren't you? You know, whenever people are studying this time in the world 100 years later, you know, this is what the books are going to be researching and curious about. And the word that you pull on there is just a word that lights me up, is curiosity. You know, when we are curious, we feel alive, don't we, and Bianca?
Completely. And ultimately, you know, everybody who starts a business has a unique, amazing viewpoint on the world. And if we're just curious about, oh, what would that look like for me? I'm not talking about what it looks like for me that they're thinking about, but what it looks like for them, and how they can incorporate that stuff into their business, into their worldview. It just creates, I mean, look, women business owners, female entrepreneurs create change in their families, in their communities. They empower others. We lift each other up. That's what we're doing this for. So women can read these words, and men too, but women can read these words, and maybe if they're feeling like they're not being supported or listened to, the circle of sisters around them in here, in this book, across the world, are there to support people.
Yes. Oh, where can people find you, Bianca? Apart from in the book.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, well, yes, in the book, 100%. Buy the book, because it's awesome. And sitting here when I was sitting on the plane in the last few days and reading such diverse stories. Oh my gosh! When I looked at even the bios, when I read the bios, I was like, wow, you're amazing. It's just incredible. Anyway, you can find me on Facebook, just Warrada Holistic Wellness you can see it written there with a W. On Instagram, on LinkedIn, on the website. Find me. Yeah. Send me an email.
You're on the www. Yeah, connect.
www. That's right.
The www. Thank you so much for joining me, Bianca. It's an absolute joy and a pleasure. And thank you for showing up in this book and sharing your message and bringing it to, didn't you bring it to New Zealand for us?
Yeah, well, it's going everywhere. It's going everywhere.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Bianca. And I think we're going to bring up Dr. Vanessa now, are we?
Hello, good morning, Karen. How are you?
Hello.
Look at that. We're so matchy-matchy.
We are. I got the memo, Vanessa. I got it.
Yes, did we?
Vanessa, for everyone who doesn't know you, can you share a little intro to yourself?
Okay. I'm Dr. Vanessa. I'm doctor from the Philippines, and I've been living here in Western Australia for 17 years. I am a specialist breast radiologist looking after women's breast health. And I'm also a business owner of Women's Breast Imaging in Cottesloe. And I'm also a co-author of 2 books that we both co-authored, and most especially this book. I'm so proud. Congratulations to us. Thank you so much, Karen, for the opportunity. I'm a mom of 2 kids, and also a wife of another Filipino, Glenn, who's very supportive. And what else? A triathlete and an open water swimmer.
You do such amazing work. You do such amazing work, and I call you Dr. Vanessa because it rolls off my tongue easily, and it's quite snappy. But I adore the work that you do, and now that you're showing up and sharing your story, it's just so important. You know, and you've done it for yourself, for others, but for your community as well. So, can you share with me what your message was in your chapter?
So, as you know, as a doctor, a lot of people are asking me, how do you do this? Your plate must be very full. So I just shared my top 5 tips of how I do what I do, because as you know, every time I ask you, or every time a person asks you, how are you? How's your week been? What would you normally say, Karen? You would normally say, what? I'm busy, right? So I've changed the language. So every time
well, I know what I say now, Dr. Vanessa. Yeah. I say it's been productive.
What do you say? Yes, exactly. Because if you answer, oh, I'm so busy, I'm so crazy busy, toxic week, you know, what's the energy? It's so negative. But when you say, I'm so productive, I had a great week, so productive, it just changes your energy. It changes the energy of the person. It's just, it changes everything. So it's all about showing up with a positive mindset every day. So that's my top tip in my story, in my chapter.
And it's as simple whenever you think about it in your mind, you know, choosing just a different word to describe. You know, productive is more of a positive connotation than busy does, because busy's been given a bad rap, you know. So just by saying you're productive, it still means the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It rewires our brain. It reframes our mindset. Every day you show up very positive and productive, rather than I'm tired and busy. I'm just, you know. So yeah.
Well, you do such important work, and you're always smiling. So that is totally inspiring. Dr. Vanessa, where can everyone find you?
So you can, I'm on LinkedIn with my Dr. Vanessa Tienza Hippolyta name. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Glamour Vans, as you can see. And Women's Breast Imaging has a webpage. Just type in breast imaging in Cottesloe or Dr. Vanessa Breast Imaging. You'll find me. And also we've got a Facebook page, Women's Breast Imaging.
Yeah. And just before you go, can you share with everyone what age you recommend women start going and getting their breasts checked?
Start at 40.
40. You hear that, ladies? Not
40?
50, it's 40. 40.
Exactly.
I'm coming to see you soon, Dr. Vanessa. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's do our little snap before you go.
Thank you.
And I'd like to welcome Sandy up for our chat. Sandy Davies.
Yeah, g'day, Karen. How are you? Have you got me?
Hello, Sandy.
Yeah, have you got me?
Oh, you're outside.
Yeah, I'm in
meetings.
We've
got you loud and clear. Sandy.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So you are the founder of The Happy Pause. I love it. Yeah. You know, we're all about positivity here. Can you share an intro to yourself, please?
Yes, so I'm Sandy Davies. I'm in Far North Queensland. Today I'm in the Botanic Gardens in Cairns. And yeah, I'm the formulator and founder of Happy Pause. But more than anything, I'm so excited right now to be one of the contributors of Courage and Confidence. And I loved being able to share a bit about my mum, who was a glass ceiling breaker in the 1980s, and just that reminder that we've all got the capacity to live our dreams. We just have to have that courage and confidence to take the leap.
Oh, amazing, amazing. I love it. And congratulations on becoming a best-selling co-author today in Courage and Confidence. If you didn't already know, we are Happy Dancing and Happy, I already mentioned it to Dr. Vanessa earlier today. So we are just Happy Dancing here in the studios.
Isn't it just the best?
Well, of
It's
course,
so validating.
there's so many phenomenal stories. It is so validating. Can you share a little bit about your chapter, the message that you have coming through it?
Yeah, so my chapter was entitled The Lessons I Learned from My Mother. And I just found that after the passing of my mom, I entered into business again. I came out of semi-retirement. Sorry about the traffic noise. I came out of semi-retirement to launch Happy Pause to provide soothing comfort to women going through perimenopause and cancer journeys. And I realized in that era of coming out of semi-retirement, without my mum there as my biggest cheerleader, as she always had been previously in my life, there were so many business lessons that I had learned and absorbed from her that I was practicing daily in my business. And my chapter is just having that joy of being able to share those lessons and pass them on so that I'm not the only one benefiting from them, but we're all leaping into those business dreams and taking those tips and hints from me and everyone to live our best life in business and in life.
Keeping the torch, carrying on. I love it, Sandy. It's so important that we do that. And to come and share it in this book, to share that message far and wide, is just amazing. So thank you so much for showing up. For Courage and Confidence, enjoy your time. It just looks beautiful there. And can you share with everyone where they can find you?
Yeah, so come and find us on the web at happypause, pause.com.au. So it's a play on menopause, Happy Pause, that era of our life. Or you can find me on Instagram at happypause_menopause.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Sandy, for joining me.
It was awesome, Karen, and congratulations, everyone. We're number one. Woohoo!
Yay!
Oh, it's just the best.
I love our happy dances. Thank you, Sandy. I'm going to welcome Amy up now for a chat. Amy Hübner from Hushabye Baby. Oh, peekaboo. You're muted, Amy. Can you unmute?
Hi, how you going?
I am really good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Really, really excited. I can't believe it. A little bit shocked. I feel like, what? How did that happen? Like almost like overnight. It was just like, what? So yeah, really happy.
Yeah, it's amazing. Usually we get ready for a big push to get our books to number one, but this just happened in our sleep. There we go.
Amazing. Amazing. Like that's how it should be, right?
Absolutely.
It's pretty special. I get it.
It's so special, and to be in the women in business category, you know, if you look at the other people we're up against, it's really you know, it's really well deserved. So, and we're all then best-selling co-authors, you know.
I know.
We never
add a little bit.
use that much.
Our title. I know, it's just amazing. This whole experience has been real. Like this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. It's just been such an amazing experience. And Katie and Peace and you, Karen, have just I've just been led by you guys through it, and it's you should be so proud of yourselves as well, just the way you've run this collaboration. Like it's hard when you've got a group going on, so many different people, and yeah, we're all so different. Our backgrounds are so different, our businesses are so different, so it's just been amazing. What an experience it's been.
And that's what it's all about, Amy, is about the experience and about the stories. And that's why I always love and smile when I hear books coming through from Peace and Katie, because I know it's just going to be truly magical. The three of us have this beautiful way of working together that couldn't, that it only works with us three. I just know
Wow,
it. And
great.
and then with everyone who they choose to be in the book, you're in this book because you were chosen to be there. You were part of the vision, the bigger picture. So it's amazing.
That's
And,
amazing.
your stories may having impact. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Amy, for anyone who doesn't know you, can you give us a little bit of an intro to yourself, please?
Yeah, okay. So my speciality is sleep. Okay, really, particularly the small little people, so newborns to 5-year-olds, and just really helping families get their little people sleeping really well. So I've been doing that now for about 4 years, and I founded the company, my business, Hushabye Baby, in 2017. It's just me. I've got a awesome assistant that helps me now, which has been a game changer. So that's pretty special to me, but it's really just me working away and visiting families every chance I can get. I've got 3 little people myself, so it's been a bit of a juggle, but I've learned so much along the way and just love what I do, which drives me to do it. So yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, Amy, where were you when I had my little ones?
I hear that one. I know. I wish the education was so much broader with sleep, but it's getting there. There's definitely a lot more research being done, analysis being done on sleep overall, the impacts of lack of sleep and all of that. So it's starting to be a bit more noticed by the medical industry, which is great. So hopefully more education around that, and hopefully more people reaching out if they're struggling to get that help, because being a parent doesn't mean you need to be sleep deprived and a zombie every day. It just doesn't need to be that way. So I hope that this is going to allow those people to get the, encouragement to reach out and get some help in that area.
Yeah, not just accept that, oh, well, I'm not going to be sleeping for years, and just be a mumsy. I call it a mumsy.
And as hard as it is, you don't want to be exhausted every day as well while you're trying to cope with what it gives you, what it's throwing at you each day in any case.
Yeah, your message is important and your work is so important, and the conversations are important to be having, I reckon. Can you share the message that comes through your chapter?
Yeah. So it was quite therapeutic for me, really, doing this, because my chapter is particularly about self-belief. And when you are working really on basically solo, it's really hard to keep yourself believing that, no, I'm bloody good at this. I know what I'm doing, and keep that drive going. And I think we all kind of have to delve into the resources that we have as we've grown up. So it made me really look back at my childhood, particularly my mum, how she instilled this belief in me. And I had to draw on that many, many a times, and we'll have to continue to do that. And it was really just about how in the moments, those struggling moments, that I had to kind of dig deep to keep going and keep propelling forward and finding that self-belief.
Yeah, it is. Belief systems is a very big part of how we are mothers as well, and things like that. So amazing. Yep. Amy, where can people find you?
Yep. So really just Hushabye Baby, type it in, you'll find me. So website, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, pretty much you'll find me. Yeah, any social media.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations on becoming a best-selling co-author. And
see ya.
Yay. Bye, Amy. And I'd like to welcome Marika. Are you coming to join me, Marika?
Yes, hello, and I've got my copy here too.
We should have got you down here into the office. We're both Perth based. We've got our blues going on behind us. How are you? Good?
I'm good. I'm good. I've just had a little staycation with my son the last few days, so I'm feeling really relaxed, and it was beautiful to spend that extra time together. So yeah.
Yes, that's what I was drawing on there. I was like, you're looking very refreshed. Marika, can you give us a little intro to what you do?
Yeah, so look, I'm the owner and manager of Perth Virtual Services. So it's a remote business consulting service providing business owners with support in operational management and really optimizing their business to, I guess, improve their outcomes and their opportunities for growth, and just, guiding them through that and getting everything set up ready for that. So, yeah.
Amazing. That's very important at the growth stage. Can you share with us the message that you had for your chapter?
So, look, my chapter is called Empower Yourself, and I guess in my chapter I delve a little bit into my personal journey and how I've navigated through some really challenging times, and how I've, I guess, empowered myself and the tools and tips that I've used to do that. So I guess the main message I want to share with people is to really just follow your dreams, be your own best supporter. Don't be dampened by other people's views, because that's not their jam. They don't see what you see, and you don't listen to that kind of outside chaotic messages. So just follow your heart and really inspire yourself. Be your own best supporter. So yeah,
such an important message, to shine through. And then, and I think that's a very big time thing, because everyone in this book is quite successful, and that message is very clear that comes through, the courage and confidence to do that. It does take that, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, to really sort of delve into your inner self and be that inspiration regardless of whatever challenges come your way. And yeah, it's been amazing doing this book with so many inspiring women, and there's so many amazing stories, and bringing that all together is just, it's an amazing book, and hopefully everybody gets some great tools out of that and some inspiration.
Yeah. Amazing. It is. It's pretty phenomenal, and we're all now connected as family in this Courage and Confidence book. Yeah. So congratulations on a best-selling co-author. Where can everyone find you?
So my business is Perth Virtual Services, so obviously that.com.au. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Insta, all those sorts of things. I'm on there every day. So if anyone wants to contact me, ask me any questions, or go through anything about they may have learned in my chapter, then I'm happy to do that.
Oh, amazing, Marika. Thank you so much for jumping on and sharing with our audience. Thank you so much.
And thank you too.
Bye. We're going to welcome Jody Lee. Jody, you going to come and join me?
Hey, Karen.
Yay! We're going to be putting a wee sticker on this book soon.
That's so exciting. I can't wait.
Oh, so now you've got an award-winning cover.
So I might have to get the sticker out.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations. Is this your first best-selling co-author?
Absolutely. I've always had on my bucket list to write a book. And so to be given this opportunity to have a chapter with such incredible women, and to work with yourself and Peace and Katie's absolutely been the most amazing experience as a first. So thank you.
Thank you, because you designed the cover, and isn't it wonderful? And that's what I love about the projects that Peace and Katie bring together. All of the people who are in the anthology all have different strengths, and everybody brings something to the project that just lifts it and elevates it so much more than it could ever be, because there's just that sense of community. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's I think what I've loved is reading all of the stories from all of these incredible women from such diverse backgrounds. But what's beautiful is, and I think it fits, you know, the title of the book, the courage in being honest and sharing those stories is what really resonates the whole way through. So yeah, it's a privilege and an honor to be a part of it. Very exciting.
Yeah, everybody's showing up for this book, honestly and truly. They really have. Jodie, can you share, give us an intro to yourself for those of people watching that?
Yeah, sure. So I'm a mum of 2 teenage girls, but also a business owner. I'm celebrating 25 years in business this year. Thank you. It's always a bit weird saying that figure out loud. So business owner of Red Hot Blue, which is a creative agency based in Mackay on the Whitsunday coast. And obviously we create everything from design, advertising, marketing, social media, the whole digital space. Obviously it's my first baby. So my 2 girls are 15 and 13, but Red Hot Blue's 25 years old. So I always talk about it being my first baby. And look, I think the thing for me is I still absolutely love what I do. And I think that's a really important part. And I do talk about that in my chapter that, you know, as a business owner, the road can be very long. The journey can sometimes be quite lonely, but as long as you're loving what you're still doing, that's the most important part. And I think that has a ripple effect for the people that are around you.
Absolutely. It fuels you, doesn't it? If you didn't have that, you know, that's why. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So you've got a milestone year happening. You've released the book from a best-selling author. You know,
Pretty exciting.
It's so exciting.
Everyone in the Mackay region. So I've just been on the cover of a magazine as well with a 16-page story through it. So that's all been happening around the community and newspapers and the book. And so, yeah, it's just a buzz here in Mackay. And, you know, I think what I also...
now, that's it.
I just am so excited it went to the Academy Awards. Like, how cool is that?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
I know, isn't it wonderful? We can't travel there, but our books can. So there we go.
Right. I've always wanted to go, and I'm like, I'll never get there, but the book did, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. But I think too, what I love about this community that I get to work and live in is just how incredibly supportive the people are, and that's what's just been coming out in spades with not just my team and my family, but you know, the community that are excited and getting behind this wonderful book. So yeah.
Absolutely, and that's because you're so inspiring. You know, these stories need to be shared in the community because they're so inspiring. Now, after 25 years in business, you have some knowledge and some wisdoms to share, and you shared it in your chapter. So can you share the message that comes through in your chapter?
Yeah, sure. So my chapter is called Into the Unknown, and I guess what that is about is you know, as young children, we have no fear on what we are embarking on. But as we get older, all these reservations come about. And for me, it's always been about self-belief, living with no regrets. And so what I sort of share from multiple different perspectives in my life, that as a mum with 2 daughters and a child that was diagnosed with autism at the age of 3, just everything in life is about a journey. And I think you need to just grasp on with what you want to do, the belief you have in yourself. I really am a firm believer that, you know, if you believe and you have enough people around you that believe, you can do anything, absolutely anything. So not being afraid. And so that into the unknown is yeah, sometimes things are scary. Sometimes we're not sure of what the journey ahead looks like, but the best way to get started is to take those first steps. And I think when you open your mind and you open your heart to learning, it just fulfills you in ways that you could never, ever have imagined. So I feel incredibly blessed, you know, for all of those experiences, good, bad, and ugly. And, you know, I do talk about that in my chapter. It's not all about, you know, the the big orange flowers and the limousines and the awards and those sorts of things. It's also some of the tough times, but the lessons that you learn from that are what keep us moving forward and what keep enriching our lives.
Yeah.
So don't
the challenges
be afraid.
the challenges help us to grow into what we need to be to reach the next step, I always believe. So and you touch on it as well as other authors have touched on it. The belief, what you believe in, is very integral to your success.
Yeah. And I always say to my team here at Red Hot Blue, no mistake is a mistake if we learn from it. It's such an opportunity for growth. So, it's only wasted time in life if you keep repeating that same mistake. But yeah, so it's just, I think what I hope people get from my chapter is just this ability to say, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm absolutely going to put to the side inhibitions. I'm not going to worry about what might happen, but think about what could happen by doing this. So go out and do whatever it is that you've been wanting to do for so long that you've put to the side, and move forward.
Guys, Jody says so go and do it. Get your courage and confidence and
take
go do
those
it.
steps into the unknown. It might just be the most rewarding thing you've ever done.
Absolutely. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, and congratulations on 25 years, Jody, and congratulations on the magazine and the book. It's just been a big year for you. So you've made it all happen. So, enjoy it, smell the roses, and have fun.
Thank you. We haven't finished yet too. We're only March, so we've got a whole realm of things lined up.
Tomorrow's April. Can you imagine?
I know.
Jody, where can everyone find you?
So I'm on all socials, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, as Jody Lee Euler, but also Red Hot Blue is the business. So they can search for that, www.redhotblue.com.au, and you will find us and I guess a feast of all the things we do on there.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Jody, for joining me, and have fun.
Thanks, Karen.
Bye. And the wonderful Annette Densham is going to come and join me. Annette, are you there?
I am indeed. Here I am.
There you are. Yay. Snap.
Yay. Mine's every time I get on a Zoom, someone sees the book.
It does stand out so well in the background, doesn't it? It does stand out.
Nicely positioned there, so you can't miss it.
Yeah,
surrounded by awards. Maybe I'm manifesting an award for courage and confidence. Who knows?
Oh, you're teasing us now. You are.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It so well. So we've been having a lot of fun for the month of March, launching this book out into the world, letting the world know about it. And I think, we're having an impact. But you are part of the Audacious Agency. Annette, can you give us a little bit of an intro into who you are for those people who don't know you?
Absolutely. So I'll start with the Audacious Agency. So we are an agency that focuses on business awards. We're working very hard to become the Australian specialist leading business awards writers. So we basically work with people to help draw out their accomplishments and achievements and encourage them to celebrate those through awards, and then ultimately through PR and writing articles and getting into newspapers and magazines and podcasts and all of those wonderful things that help build someone's profile up. So they're not the best kept secret in the world, because let's face it, particularly women are pretty bad at acknowledging and celebrating their wins. So like with that, we get really excited when someone goes, oh, I'm not quite sure I've done enough, and we talk to them for 20 minutes and they go, you know what, let's do it. I come into this business from a media and corporate comms background, so pretty much my entire life has been around books and words. I started as a journalist writing stories about all types of things. And I kind of figure if you can spend a year writing about forklifts, you can write about anything. So I'm what you call a generalist specialist. You can dump a topic on me and it's like, oh yeah, I can write something good about that.
Yeah. You are phenomenal in what you do. I just say, yeah, Annette's the genius. Don't go anywhere else because she knows what to do. You just and you are such a giver. You know, I love you. Just show up and you share and you help others, and it's just phenomenal what you do. Really and truly. And we, you know, whenever I seen you coming into this book, I was like, yay, Annette's in the book.
I could not help. Like, I've watched for a couple of years books come out, and like I took part in one 2 years ago, and it was such an incredible experience that I went, you know, the Women's Business School and Peace and Katie are two of my favourite peoples. You know, I've been I entered the Osmompreneur Award when I first started my business. That was my first experience writing an award for me. And even though I didn't even make the finals, like, goodness me, what's going on there? It was such a valuable learning experience that made me realise that there was no point hiding my light under anything, because if I was going to be something bigger than what I already was, it was up to me and I had to do something with that.
Oh, it fuels your fire when you don't get there.
Absolutely. And I had someone say the other day, oh, let's try one award, and if I don't win, then I just won't bother with another one. And it's like,
no.
Does a football team think that when they don't win the grand final? You know, does any high-performing person think, if I don't win, I just won't bother? It's like, you always have to go back and have another crack. You know, it's like Jodie said before, you know, mistakes and failure and all of those things are wrapped up in such negative connotation, but it's such an awesome opportunity to go, okay, what can I do better?
Yeah.
No
Challenges are an opportunity to learn, aren't they, Annette? They're not the bad guys. They're there to help us grow. Just change your perspective on them, you know. And whenever I have a challenge there, it's like I always believe there's the stages of the soul. There's the struggle before the breakthrough. You know, you got to go through a bit of a struggle, and the more, you know, if it happens a bit more, you just know it's coming. You feel it coming. You know, it's just that thing.
Yeah.
Annette, can you give us a little bit of an insight into the message of your chapter?
Absolutely. My chapter is called Be the Hero of Your Own Story. And because I've spent most of my life writing and telling other people's stories, it always frustrates me. And look, I used to frustrate myself because I did exactly the same thing, was I was really dismissive of what I'd accomplished or what I'd done or what my goals were or what my dreams were, because I grew up I was born in the 70s. You know, my mother's a baby boomer. She grew up with parents who went through the Great Depression, and the mentality was, don't big note yourself, don't show off, you know, don't brag. And it just drives me mad now, because it's filtered through all those generations of women who are going, oh, you know, I don't want to promote myself. I don't want to talk about myself. So my chapter's about how you can put yourself in your story without it being wanky or, you know, you looking like you're just big noting yourself. And really, there's nothing wrong with going, hey, I'm really good at what I do. So that's what my chapter is. It starts with the story about, actually, you can see it up on my wall. That award there is the very first one I ever won, and it's called the Top Dog Award for Achievement. I got it when I was 7. And I tell the story in my chapter about what happened when I went home and said, Mum, look at what I've won, and how it really impacted the rest of my life and how I embraced my achievement. So I hope people get out of it that it's okay to share your story, that it empowers and inspires, it encourages, and it fuels other people. Because, like, why do we read books? Why do we go to movies? Why do we read newspapers? Why do we watch, I'm going to roll my eyes, maths? Because we're interested in people's stories. We want to understand what makes them tick. And in business, if people don't know you, like you, and trust you, they're not going to do business with you. So you've got to let a little bit out.
Yeah, it's all about authenticity now, isn't it, Annette? You know, there's no point in trying to be fake, because people see right through it now. And why would you want to? God, that's tiring, the thought of that for me. It's like, what?
Oh, me too. And look, I worked in corporate for 6 years, and, you know, I was the perfect, I went in the suit and I had the heels and my hair was done and I had makeup on. And whilst I love getting dressed up, this is me, you know, a pair of colourful overalls. You may be lucky if I brush my hair. I brushed my teeth today just
I
in
think
case
we're lucky
anyone
today,
comes
all right?
close. Yeah, but this is me. And, you know, I swear, I have a black sense of humour, and I got frustrated hiding that. So now it's just all out there, and I've learnt what people think of me is none of my business. And if they don't like me, then that's okay.
They're not your people. That's okay.
Not
Or you're
people,
not their people.
and that's okay. Yeah.
Love it. Such an important message. Anybody who doesn't know Annette, go check her out. Absolutely. Thank you. Where can people find you?
Oh, look, on Facebook. I'm pretty sure I practically live there. I probably need to buy a unit on Facebook and move in. So if you look for Annette Densham, you'll find me. I don't think there's any other Annette Denshams in the world, which is kind of cool.
You're very lucky.
Densham's a very unique name. Or LinkedIn, I hang out there. Or if you go to the Audacious Agency, you can see the name spelt on there. We've got a contact us if you'd like to talk about anything. I love a good chat.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for joining me, Annette. A pleasure as always.
Thank you. My Go best-selling authors. Woohoo!
Best-selling authors. Woohoo! Tick box. Oh, thank you. Okay, I think we're going to have Justine, who's the Queen of Resilience, join us now. Justine, come and join me.
Hi, Karen.
Hello, Justine. How you going?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Congratulations on becoming a best-selling author this morning.
Thank you. Second time for me this year.
Yay! But you know what? You got to do it in threes now. There's another one coming.
I've got another book coming out next month, so you might be right.
There you go. I knew something was brewing. Oh, Justine, I adore chatting with you, and I've loved getting to know you more through this project. And I've been on your podcast. We've had other conversations as well. But for anyone who doesn't know you, can you give us a little bit of an intro into who you are and what you do?
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll make it brief. So I'm Justine Martin, and I run Justine Martin Corporation. And I was told 11 years ago that I would never be able to work again by a medical professional. He just really didn't know me. My mum always told me there's no such word as can't. So I picked up a hobby. That hobby then became my business. And it's just grown from there. It's a bit of a snowball. So I'm a mum with and a grandma. I've got 2 kids, 6 grandkids who are my world, and I'm building an empire.
You are absolutely building an empire, and you're having fun doing it too, aren't you?
Yeah, most definitely. You got to have fun. You got to get out of bed and be inspired for your day. And if you're doing something that, might be your job or your business and you're not liking it, well, then choose something different. Reinvent yourself. Yeah.
Have the courage and confidence to leave and do something you love.
That's right.
You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first.
Courage.
Justine, can you share? Yes, exactly. Can you share with us the message that comes through your chapter?
So my chapter is about reinvention. Again, so you can change yourself, and the process on how I went about and what I did in reinventing myself. From I was in the weight loss industry for a long period of time, and then to be told that I couldn't work anymore, and it's been a gradual process over the last 10 years. But, my chapter actually just gives a few hints and tips and pathway on how you can do that, how you can change your career or everything that you're actually doing in your life.
Your chapter packs a punch, and you know you as you can write a book on what you've been through in life, and you have now. But and watch out for that coming, everyone, and get Justine to number one for that as well. But you know, it's important to share our stories, isn't it, Justine?
Oh, look, it definitely is. Our stories are, well, I believe that my story is someone else's survival guide. The dog's barking here in the background as she does. Yeah, my story is someone else's survival guide, and that gives me some sense of purpose as to everything that's gone wrong in my life, and how, you know, the adversity that I've faced can be someone else's resilience. Yeah. So having purpose in your own life, when you know what your own purpose is, it definitely helps get through the day, and mine is to help as many people as I possibly can, you know, them overcome the obstacles, the adversities that they're all facing.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for joining me, Justine. That's why you are the queen of resilience. Where can everyone find you?
They can find me on justinemartin.com.au. I'm across all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. I'm trying to think, Linktree. So Justine Martin Corporation, Justine Martin, Justine Martin, Queen of Resilience, Justine Martin Artist. It'll all come up on there. The podcast, Resilience Mindset podcasts, are all on every streaming platform. So I'm everywhere.
Yeah, you're going to find a lot of the authors on Justine's podcast, so I highly recommend going and checking it out. And wherever there's joy, you know, if you feel the vibe of joy somewhere, Justine's there. That's where you're going to find her. Thank you so much for joining me, and your friend there for joining us and being so well behaved. Well done. Hey.
Well, she's coming out in a book in the next couple of months, so hang out for that one.
Right.
Same thing, but different. She's the guest star.
Amazing. All right, thank you so much, Justine.
Thanks.
And we're going to welcome Fleur Chambers to the stage to have a chat. Welcome, Fleur.
Hey, Karen, it's great to see you.
Yay, and well done. Congratulations on becoming a best-selling co-author today.
Thank you very much. Very, very cool.
It is so cool. Fleur, for everyone who doesn't know you, could you give a little bit of an intro to yourself?
Sure. So my name is Fleur Chambers. I'm a mum and a business owner. So I'm the creator of The Happy Habit, which is a meditation app and a series of online courses. And basically, I've developed this framework that allows people to stop running from their challenges, to stop pushing things aside, squashing things down whilst chasing the good life, this imaginary place where happiness resides, where there's no disappointment, regret, grief, sadness, worry. And so I'm really changing the way we understand happiness and allowing people to be happy amidst the adversities, amidst the challenges, rather than running from them. So my offerings have been downloaded 2 million times in about 40 different countries, and it's been awesome to collaborate with everyone on this project. I've had a really good time.
I have to say that when I chat with Fleur and when I hear her talk about the happy habit, it just makes me breathe and my whole body just goes into this beautiful, energetic place, and I could just cry. It's just, why strive for happiness when you can choose it to have it right now? You know, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And well, we're going to talk about your chapter in a minute, but I want to use this platform because we're on OzMoms, guys. Myself and Fleur have been working on the most amazing book called 10 Pathways. Do you want to tell everyone a little bit about that when we have the opportunity here?
I would love to. So when I wrote this chapter for Courage and Confidence, a little fire started within me and I realized actually I had a book in me. And so I wrote a book, and awesome Karen said yes after reading just one chapter. As I say in my acknowledgements, I love a woman that makes a decision as quickly as I do. So Karen was on board.
It's a knowing. Yeah, you know.
And we've created a beautiful book which is illustrated. It's got watercolor paintings throughout it, and it basically allows people to meet themselves in a really gentle, compassionate, and loving way. So whatever challenge is here for you in life, this book helps you meet it with a sense of courage and creativity, and to really allow yourself to be happy today, not someday when.
Your book is one of the books I wish I had have written. You know, it's one of those books that just, and I'm not even joking, guys. You just go into it and you just go to another place. It's one you're going to want to bring with you everywhere. It's amazing, and huge kudos to you for bringing it out to the world. It is beautiful visually and with words. I'm really so proud of what we've made happen, from a seedling of an idea to what's about to come out. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
So for courage and confidence, can you share with us the message that's in your chapter?
The message is really this idea that in order to grow, we need to let go. And what I realized working with hundreds of thousands of people around the world is most of us are moving through our days with this internal dialogue. I'll be confident when. I'll be confident when I lose a bit of weight, I get fit, my kids are older, I have so much money in the bank, I've paid off this amount of the mortgage, I've finished that qualification, I receive that praise. And so much like we chase happiness, many of us chase this imagined moment where we're going to feel confident. And the problem with this chasing, with this striving, is it has this undercurrent that right here, right now, I'm not enough. I need to be more. And so the first part for me around feeling more confident is to get really intentional and honest about the stories I'm telling myself. What are my I'll be confident when stories? And so in the book, I invite people to just sit with themselves and to bring their stories into their awareness, because when we become aware, we create space and freedom to let these stories go. And then the second part of the chapter is really about this idea of balancing out our negativity bias. So all humans, no matter where we live on the planet, no matter how old we are, no matter what our life experience is, we all have this negativity bias, this deep desire to notice threats, perceived threats, rather than opportunities. And for women in business, these threats often come up as stories like, I'm an imposter. Who am I to think I can start a business? What if I get judged? What if people don't like me? And so just normalizing this, that this is the real deal when we have a business, that there will be these feelings. But we get to choose every day to reorientate our awareness to what's good and wholesome within us. And so I just talk about taking 5 minutes each day to just remind yourself that you're a good person, that you're valued, that you're wholesome. So just these small things we can do each day to reorientate our awareness. So I think that's really what my chapter's about.
And everyone's just nodding and going, goodness me, you know. Oh, amazing. I love it. Highly recommend the Happy Habit app, guys. If you haven't got it, go and get it. Because that is how you reset. That is how you get drawn in to make the difference, and that'll have a ripple effect. That one thing, if you do it, to download that app and start actioning it. Amazing. Fleur, thank you so much for joining me. We do a little happy bestseller dance here, and we'll just tell everyone to go and grab the app, will we?
Yeah, that's it. The Happy Habit. Go to Google Play or to the App Store and download it. Even if you've never meditated before, there's meditations that are just 4 minutes and anyone can do that. But Karen, it's been my pleasure to connect with you. Thanks again for supporting us on this project and in my book. And I love the way your lippy matches the book.
I know. I think that Jodie did it because it matched my lipstick, didn't she? Thank you so much for joining me, Fleur.
Thanks, Karen.
Enjoy. Wonderful. We've got another Karen joining me. 2 Karens. Can you handle it, guys? Come and join me, Karen Perks.
Hi, Karen. 2 Karens in one studio. Wow.
2 Karens who are both writers now. Come on.
I know that sounds pretty dynamic.
Oh, it is dynamic. We'll use that word. I like that word, dynamic. Dynamic duo. Karen, can you share it with everyone who doesn't know you? Give us an intro into what you do.
So my name's Karen Perks. I own a boutique consultancy called Ancient Wisdom Business Writers, and we specialize in all the non-sexy business writing. So tender writing, grant writing, we have a grant finding service. We write business plans, information memorandums, all the important sales documents that are important in business.
We love you. We love you, Karen.
Yeah. So we have a team all across Australia, and which is wonderful. So all great little industry, and actually the whole team is a female consultants. So that's quite unique in this industry as well.
Making a real difference for small business and for, growth and our economy. It's so important because that's the unknown for a lot of people, and there's a lot of fear around that, and a lot of time goes into that. And when you don't know what you're doing, you could be wasting a lot of time.
Exactly. And so we have a graphic designer on the team, so we make things look pretty when they need to be, and it takes business owners away from the day-to-day operations of their business and allow us to just provide that professional writing service that complements what they need to do. And then they can still continue on with their day-to-day business operations without being impeded.
Fabulous, fabulous. Can you share with us, the message that's in your chapter, Karen?
So the business journey for me has been a result of being pushed out of corporate positions because of a chronic illness that I developed when I was 37 and pregnant with my 3rd child. And so the chapter is about managing adversity. And I was prior to the illness quite able-bodied, and the illness changed my life completely. So it's been a blessing and a curse in the same. But the chapter is about how that everything will be okay. It doesn't matter how bad things are for you as an individual, that either health or financial or relationships, that you actually keep going and find the courage to have the confidence to change your life and to change the things that matter. And I think for people who have chronic illness, it's actually having the courage to change what was into what will be in the future. And so that's the message that I want people, and it applies to chronic illness, life
happens, Karen, doesn't it? Life happens.
Absolutely.
And it's not this steady curve, and sometimes we have to pivot, adapt, change your perspective and things like that. And your chapter certainly gives a very inspirational message, and an important one at that. So huge kudos to you. Can we do a little happy dance for best-selling author?
We could, except I have all the books sitting on the table, which is outside.
That's all right. I'll hold it for you. You can just happy dance.
Congratulations. Thank you. And it's been such an amazing experience working with you and Peace and Katie. And I just wanted to, and the rest of the the other amazing ladies, our fellow co-authors. So I just wanted to say thank you. And the book is 25 inspirational women and inspirational stories. So I think there's something for everybody. Yeah, that can take away.
It is, absolutely. And people can find you at Ancient Wisdom Business Writers.
They can. So website, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all the normal socials. Yeah.
It's a good catchy name. Thank you so much for joining me, Karen.
Thanks, Karen. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye. Enjoy. I think we've got Melissa joining me. Melissa, are you there?
I sure am. How you going?
Hello, we're going to make this quick fired, Melissa. I know you've got a job to do. Melissa, can you give us an intro to you and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Melissa Hark, and I am a career strategic marketer and also the chief and founder of Wild Dough Play-Doh.
Yay, so fun and amazing. Can you share with us a little bit about the message that's in your chapter, Melissa?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was just such a fun chapter to write for me. And, you know, I've worked with businesses my whole career, and now being an entrepreneur myself, being, you know, almost 4 years into my business journey, which has been an incredible growth journey. I felt like it was almost my mission to really help shine some light on the things that go wrong, and the things that if you really put a bit more thought into it, or if you know a little bit of the inside info, you can kind of get yourself around when you're first starting out in business. I often have just really been thinking to myself, you know, I wish there was a Bible for this. I wish I could just download a document which would tell me all the stuff I need to be aware of so I don't make those dumb mistakes that everyone else is making. And I think that's the beauty of this book now. You know, it's full of this amazing you know, chapters from all these amazing, inspiring women who have actually shared their journeys and struggles and how they've overcome it. And it's exactly what I've shared in mine, you know, from right at the start, the things that you need to be thinking about, even the passion you need to have for your idea before you even start a business. You know, it is not a easy journey. It's a very difficult one, but it's also wildly fulfilling. So I really just wanted to share, you know, get your mind right, get your heart in the right place and your passion in the right place. And then here's a few things that made my life so much easier along the way. So go from the start and don't make some of the mistakes that I've already made.
Yeah, amazing. It's not just a matter of sitting playing with Play-Doh all day, is it, Melissa?
I even had to throw my head back and laugh at that. Oh, if only life was so simple and easy, wouldn't that be wonderful? No, it absolutely isn't. That's just the small fun part that we get to, you know, add on to it really. But no, it's, you know, being in business is a bit of it is difficult and it's hard work, but it's just so wonderfully fulfilling. And you know, my opinion really has been, in my whole chapter is focused on how positivity and problem solving can be your superpower, which has, you know, been, in my experience, been mine. And it's really just, you know, and I love what Fleur shared just before about, you know, the mindset of it and to keep moving forward. And yeah, you need to change things along the way and things don't work out, but you know what, maybe sometimes it's for the better anyway. So it's really all about overcoming those obstacles and how to keep a smile on the dial at the same time.
Absolutely. Such an important message. So thank you for showing up and sharing. And let's do our happy dance for being a best-selling author today, Melissa. Yay! Congratulations. Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me. Where can everyone find you?
Yeah, everyone can just find me at Wild Dough. That's DOUGH. So wilddough.com.au. We've got a huge Instagram following, so come and check out some inspiration of what to do with Play-Doh whilst you're there, if it's your thing. But yeah, otherwise shoot us a message or an email, and you'll find it'll always get to me if you're looking to chat. So yeah, thanks so much. So
amazing.
Nice to be here and so excited for being a bestseller.
Thank you so much for joining me, Melissa. I'm so glad that we got you in and got to have a good chat. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye. And we have Mafe coming to join me. I think you are our final author, Mafe.
Hello, Karen. Congratulations.
It's usually you interviewing me. Yay for us.
Yeah, that's with you. Waiting for my copy. But I'm just so happy and honored. This whole month has just been, holding back the happy tears. But I think later on, I might just burst out. Wow.
Instead of the March Madness, we've done the March Magic.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does take a village and amazing individuals to put something like this together. And of course, Karen, Peace, and Katie, you guys are just such an amazing trio. I have so much respect for the three of you. Thank you for cheering us all on this.
Oh, it's a pleasure. We have so much fun doing this, and it's all about getting stories out in there into the world, and they can go and make what happens, ignite things within people. Mafe, what can you share with everyone? Give an intro to yourself about what you do.
Gosh, okay. To start with, because it's a buffet, right? I think all of us have a buffet.
Feed us all. Feed us all.
But to start off, I'm a proud daughter of God. I believe in my faith so much, and I always share this in my intro. My parents have instilled values in me, so I'm a proud daughter of Lito and Marie-Jess and an older sister. Also a happy older sister to Noi, Emmanuel, and Ezekiel, and of course, happy wife, happy life. Thanks to my soulmate, Nick Velasco, and our beautiful children who are so supportive. Nico, I have to give a special shout out because he has been such a strong support and guide in courage and confidence. Thank you. I love you so much. And of course, my musician, Mike, and my giant, super intelligent techie son, Moses, and Nikki, the only girl, but the pro athlete as it seems. So we're claiming WNBA, so watch out for her, guys. And of course, my two amazing little boys who always keep me on my toes right now, Noah and Mello. And then on top of that, guys, yes, there is more. I'm a proud.
Can we just do a count there? You are a mom of 6.
Yes, I'm a mom of 6. And to be honest, I feel like there's so much more to life, right? So I was able to build my business, Mafe Management Consultancy, wherein we are at service for others, whether it be before organizing events offline. Now it's online production. It's also videography, graphics, also, being at service on the publicity side, branding, and, I love being a life coach and motivation speaker. So hand in hand, I've got the well-being side as well as the corporate and the marketing side that a lot of people don't really want to concentrate on, right? So that's where I made sure everything that I love to do, being a family woman, at the same time being someone that is a cheerleader for others, integrated that together. And that is me in a nutshell. I mean, there's so much more. I'm a tennis coach, until now. I still love playing tennis. It was my number one love since I was a young girl, thanks to my dad introducing me to the sport. But yeah, Karen, now I'm number one on with all the beautiful ladies.
I know, and isn't it? It's another thing too. And you know what? You want something done, you give it to someone who has lots to do, because they're in the flow, they're doing, and it's more likely to get done. And we both connect because we're both moms of 6, and we both do it. That's it. We could fill a room if we just got together, the two of us, in our families. But that's the thing, is that when you're in flow, when you're doing something that lights you up, it just works, doesn't it? It just works.
Yes. And yes, I have to add, thanks to Peace and Katie, we have actually just launched Philippines Mompreneur. So we're having our first awards 2022 coming in May to honor Mother's Day, all the moms. So the nominations is out. So if you know an empowered Filipina mom, please go nominate them, because you know how powerful Mompreneur has been. So we want to have a domino effect.
Amazing. Go and do that, guys. It changes your life. Mompreneur Network changed my life. Amazing. Wonderful. Can you share the message that's in your chapter, Mafe?
Yes. So the chapter, the name of my chapter is The Art of Reinvention. Why? Is because I believe in change for the better, for the good, and also understanding the lessons that you've experienced. And just like what Justine shared earlier, wow, we have put together a survival guide, understanding that we are not perfect, but we still have a chance. We have a chance of seeking support. You can't do it by yourself, no matter how much you feel like you're a superhero. I know all the moms out there, sometimes we feel like like superwoman. But at the end of the day, we have to be kind to ourselves and understand, hey, I need help. I need to put my hand up. And that's why I dedicate this book to my eldest son and to my husband, because they are truly my stronghold, right? Apart from my parents. Now it's coming.
Yeah.
My family, has been such a great support system for me. And every relationship, every person I speak to, I can hear their voice. I can hear their presence. So it just really validates the fact that, yes, I didn't do it right today, but I know the lesson, so I can reinvent myself tomorrow or in the next 5 minutes. So that's what my chapter is all about, right? And I know everyone's chapter in this book will give a spark of joy, a spark of new love of life for all entrepreneurs, or whatever you want to do in life, business, the arts, being an athlete. It really can relate to everything that you do. Even being a mom, we don't know everything, right? It's a roller coaster ride.
This book is a resource, it's like a survival guide. It's just, you never feel alone. And coming from my history, it's Irish, we come and share stories when someone needs that guiding light. That's how it is. Stories are so integral in community. Amazing. Mafe, thank you so much for joining me and for being my final author. Amazing. Yes, we'll just do a happy dance again. Where can everyone find you?
Of course, like I said, I serve so many people. I do so many things because I love being at service for others. You can find me at Mafe B, and you will find everything that I'm doing, that I'm sharing with you all. My company is also Mafe Management Consultancy. So I'm in all platforms as your, marketing, PR, publicist. You will find me in every social media platform. So go ahead and reach out, because
go find her, guys. Go find her.
To cheer you guys on. You're not alone. All right. Thank you again for the opportunity. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me, Mafe. Amazing. Well, guys, there we are. You have met some of the phenomenal authors. That didn't come out right. Phenomenal authors in the Courage and Confidence book. Today is our trade launch day, our international trade launch day. So go grab your copy if you haven't already got one. We just went to number 1. We just went to number 1 today. So go and grab your copy if you haven't got it already. Thanks so much to Peace and Katie for allowing me to pop on today and have this conversation with the authors. So guys, bye.